Everyone, today Jesus has an interesting question. After this, there was a Jewish festival, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, near the sheep gate and the north city wall, is a pool with the Aramaic name Bethsaida. It had 5 covered porches, and a crowd of people who were sick, blind, lame, and paralyzed sat there. A certain man was there who had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there, knowing that he had already been there a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I don't have anyone to put me in the water when it's stirred up, and when I'm trying to get to it, someone else has gotten in ahead of me." Jesus said to him, "Get up, pick up your mat, and walk." Immediately the man was well, and he picked up his mat and walked. So here we have yet another seemingly simple question or statement from Jesus that actually is a lot deeper. "Do you want to get well?" he asks this paralyzed man. Well, obviously he does. Why else would he be there? Now, stories like this can be a little bit complicated. There are a lot of authors today that talk about ableism, which in some ways is assuming that you know what someone else wants or needs because of their disability. And you hear plenty of stories of kind of insensitive prayers over people who have actually made peace with their situation, not taking into consideration how they feel about it. And so, these healing stories can be a little bit complicated now, but what I like here is that Jesus doesn't just assume he knows what this man wants. He gives the man agency in his own healing. And it just tracks with in what we see in the other Gospels, where it repeatedly says, "Your faith has made you well." It's not just something Jesus does to people, they have to participate. Now, what's interesting here is that the man doesn't actually answer Jesus' question about getting well. Instead, he gives an explanation or an excuse. He justifies himself, which rings pretty true for me. I don't know about you, right? I want this, but I kind of don't. I went to the doctor yesterday, and I want to be healthier, but I also know exactly what I need to be doing to be healthier, and I kind of don't want to do that. I want to keep eating chips late at night. So, do you want to be well? We're not just talking about our physical health here in every sense. What do you want? Now, I know sometimes there are legitimate obstacles to people getting better. We don't want to blame victims, but sometimes that obstacle is me. And so Jesus, he doesn't let us off the hook, but he does also provide healing. When we are open and honest with ourselves, with God, that is where we can find wholeness.